You'll be watching When Pranks Turn Deadly by Papa Meat. I used to remember all of those like prank channels that they had. Like prank channels used to be super popular on YouTube. They aren't anymore, probably for good reason. Have you guys ever watched that video where a guy is sleeping and they take mustard and they pour it all over his face? I hate that video. Okay, let's watch.
Papa Meat channel, how you doing? How you doing? Coming and sitting down because today we're talking about the deadliest pranks ever. If you're watching this video, chances are you've played a prank on someone before. Maybe it was a harmless one you pulled on your friend.
I was not prepared for the instant clown. That actually would have freaked me out if I saw it.
Or maybe a senior prank at the end of high school, right? We've all done it. We're all prank.
Wait. Okay, what was did you guys ever have senior pranks? Because my senior prank sucked. My senior prank sucked so bad. It was like they had like a whole box of like bouncy balls and they just like poured an entire box down a bouncy ball, like down the hallway. Like they just poured a whole box of bouncy balls down the hallway. And it was so lame because they didn't have enough bouncy balls to like make it interesting. I got in trouble for mine. Uh-oh. I put googly eyes on stuff in the fridge. That's cute though. Yeah, that's like what a prank should be. Stuff that's like cute and makes you laugh.
Pranksters here. Most of the time, pranks are pretty.
They literally included the exact video that I mentioned. They literally included the mustard video. I cannot believe it. I hate it.
Innocent. Some people, however, can take things a little too far. Not me. I once bullied and pranked my teacher for having a miscarriage. I'm joking. I thought that was going to come out funnier. That really wasn't funny at all. If you're careless, it's easy for
What the heck?
prank to lead to serious injury or even death. And if you're playing a prank on a stranger, you truly have no idea how they're going to react to being messed with, right? You see all these fake YouTube pranksters. You put a real scenario in there. You never know who's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu master, who has a gun. I have a gun! Today, I thought we'd talk.
That is the real danger too, is like, you don't know how people are going to react if you just like prank a random guy on the street. Like you're going to get punched in the face. Pretty likely.
About all the ways that.
Though honestly, I think they probably deserve it. If you're pranking someone in the middle of the street, you deserve to, you deserve the punch.
Pranks have led to people's untimely demise.
My favorite pranks are the kissing pranks.
Mommy makeout day.
I'm here at Venice Beach, and
What?
it's mommy makeout day.
I like pranking girls by.
What? What the heck is that? What?
Kiss.
I want to go there. No, just kidding. No, just kidding. I don't.
I like cutting off girlfriends' boyfriends' faces and pretending to be
I don't.
Pranked you. Come here, baby, kiss me. It's like a leather skin face mask. Come here, baby, I want to kiss you in the mouth. Pranks have certainly escalated over the years, but still, even as far back as the 1900s, people have died due to what seemed like a harmless prank, like the thumbtack prank that killed a high schooler.
What?
This is a happy video, folks.
I used to put thumbtacks under people's seats all the time. You do it on my teachers. They got really mad.
Did they like swallow a thumbtack? They decided to prank her by putting a trail of sugar up to her room door. And then inside, they piled the desk and chairs up on the side, put the glass on a trash bag in the middle of the floor, had a beer pong set up on one of the desks. I bet she was pissed. Mummy makeout day, but it's like a mummy out of like a tomb.
My geometry teacher, he was like, "Who did this?" Like that. And I was like,
You blamed your friends?
no, never my friends. Usually a very innocent bystander. They're like, what? No, I didn't. You're like, that person over there, I think.
My friends used to stab each other with like long needles during wrestling matches.
What? What?
Sounds
What? That's not a prank.
painful. Do you think if you sat on a thumbtack, do you think you'd actually be able to have the needle go into your...
If you're you got Hank Hill ass.
You got a flat ass, boy. A popular athlete out of New
Raise of hands. Raise of hands. If you've got a Hank Hill. Raise hand if you've got a Hank Hill.
New York high school, 14-year-old Angelina Cerna was subject to a prank that led to her death in 1930. A few students in her class had decided to play a prank where they placed a thumbtack on her chair. Classic. Well, I won't deny it's a classic. Maybe this is where it came from. When Cerna arrived, she sat on the tack. She reacted in pain, but refused to tell the teacher what had happened to avoid getting anyone in trouble. She's a martyr.
Yeah.
She went about her day, but later became incredibly ill to the point of having to stay home from school. Apparently, the injury from the tack had caused an infection that became lethal. It started as a small bruise, grew to a cyst, and she eventually contracted blood poisoning, also known as sepsis.
Do you think someone like dipped it in poo?
What if we
That sucks. That sucks so bad.
dipped it in cow shit before we did it? Like, why? I don't know, it's right here. It's the
I mean, I'm sure it was probably just like rusty. Like thumbtacks are gross. It does kind of sound like an urban myth, but I mean, if it was like a rusty thumbtack, I would believe it.
30s. Our school's
The
also
old poo
big
tack.
thing. Won't she smell it? No, the whole school smells like shit. Also, I found this tack out. It's been raining for 4 weeks straight. Yeah, it's a little rusty. Dipping a rusty thumbtack in couch. The young teen had passed away, and the culprit had never been found.
Oof.
It even became national news, showing up in Time magazine, though the details were oddly brief. This is the Time magazine hard-hitting article from the 30s. Tack. In Mount Morris, New York,
Tack.
a joker put a tack on a chair of Angelina Cerna, who sat on the tack, squeaked, contracted blood poisoning, died.
What? Squeaked? What the heck? If I die and I'm in the newspaper for squeaking, well, I guess what am I gonna do by then? I'm already out. Not a flattering obituary.
Squeaked. Was she a mouse?
She squeaked. Sat on tack, squeaked, died. And move on to the next story. Let's talk light bulbs. Are you tired of candles?
She squeaked and then she croaked. Oh,
Everything's about to change. In 1949, gruesome deaths occurred after one man decided to attempt a particularly creepy.
I want to go out in the weirdest way just to have the weirdest obituary possible. Like all of those, like the mysterious like deaths or whatever. You guys know that one famous story of the guys with the kites where they were like found out in a field with like a kite or something and like a key. Am I thinking of the electricity guy? Maybe I am, but I know there was like two guys were found out with like a kite in a field. And she died as she lived, squeaking, diabolical.
Creative prank. So let's talk about the War of the Worlds recreation disaster. You may have heard of the War of the Worlds, which was a radio play based on the novel by H.G. Wells. This play, directed and narrated by Orson Welles, aired on Halloween in 1938. Orson Welles,
We love War of the
familiar?
Worlds.
It's the guy who made Citizen Kane. It's true.
And he's a wino.
If you ever want a good, clean time, look up Orson Welles wine commercial. Show a clip.
102, take two.
Oh.
Ah, the French champagne.
It was an hour-long fiction news
That's me. That's me doing my lines at the start of the video.
broadcast meant to simulate a Martian invasion. The narrator went
Super
through live
cool.
updates detailing breaking news, from aliens using heat rays on nearby onlookers to full-on Martian invasions in major cities. While announcements were made explaining that this would be a work of fiction, people who tuned in late completely missed this. They thought that it was an actual Martian invasion that was happening nearby.
Yeah.
Many fled their homes to escape it, and others relentlessly called the police station. And in the
I can see how that would be believable in like a world before the internet, you know? I feel like if I heard a broadcast like this, I would also like pee myself.
And people realized it was all fake. Some claimed it was incredibly cruel, while others praised Orson Welles for his innovative storytelling and dramatic
It's pretty
skills.
cool though.
I don't think he was trying to prank people, though. Also, I think some people killed themselves.
I don't think that we talked about that, but that'd be kind of crazy. Well, Orson, they're dropping like flies out there. Huh? Over the alien heat rays? Yeah, they did not like that.
That's what my English teacher said, at least. They're like, people started hearing the Martians were coming, so they pulled out the guns and shot themselves.
I've never heard that, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I also heard that when we learned about it in English class. That's also what I heard. I actually thought that was true too. Maybe it wasn't. I hope it wasn't. I don't think that happened. I hope it didn't. That people, yeah, because they tuned in halfway, so they didn't realize that it was like a fake broadcast. But like, Very cool. Very cool.
Turning on your radio back then and hearing that. What? What's the magic box saying? Helga, run! Fast forward to 1949, where two artists named Leonardo Paez and Eduardo Alcaraz decided to mimic this exact broadcast in Ecuador. The only difference was that Leonardo refused to announce that the work was one of fiction, despite Alcaraz begging for him to make it clear, which I love that. He's like, I'm not telling him. He's like, dude, you have to do it. Please just say it's a joke. He's like up to a mic.
He didn't want to.
You hear the Martian?
He wanted to scare people.
Incoming. When the broadcast played on the radio station late that night, a similar panic ensued. Actors even joined the broadcast to double down on its legitimacy, imitating known government officials. This time, police, firefighters, and military were dispatched to fight off the supposed Martian invasion. People flooded churches to confess their sins before imminent death. I mean, it was a complete show. Eventually, the authorities realized it was all fake and announced it over the radio to calm people down. However, people were enraged that they had been duped. In response, over 100 people gathered around the radio station. What started as screaming and rock throwing slowly escalated to starting fires. The building was being burned to the ground.
They started with a fake invasion and they ended with an actual riot.
And some people inside resorted to leaping off the roof to escape. 15 people had died in the chaos, including Leonardo's nephew and his girlfriend.
That's what happens when you cry wolf.
Did he cry wolf?
Cried alien invasion.
I'm just kidding. The guy's like,
they should have included the disclaimer, sounds like.
With like a sign or something. He's like, should have made it clear. The riot would have been shut down earlier if police and firefighters had not all been busy preparing for the potential Martian invasion. So that's, you know, he did shoot himself in the foot there. Leonardo was detained alongside several others. Paez, on the other hand, escaped Ecuador to avoid being sent to jail. One hell of a radio play. You gotta give him that one hell of a radio play.
I also like how they're just like, oh, that worked in America. Let's
100%. Also, like what, 15 years earlier or something? So just like, oh, shoot, people forgot about that. We could totally do that. And there are even deadly pranks going back.
I mean, in a world without the internet, yeah. I mean, people in Ecuador probably didn't hear it, right? Like, you know, it's a world without the internet. How's information going to spread? I'm sure no one in Ecuador heard about it at all, right?
Back into the late 1800s. Let's talk about one that occurred on April Fool's Day, 1896, when a man literally scared his wife to death. You know, there's tons of videos online of usually women getting scared by their husband, and then they have to hold their panty.
The YouTube prank epidemic.
Area because they're peeing. Oh, come on, stop. Let me tell you something. If I try scaring my wife, it's a fight. She gets legitimately angry.
I know, I've scared her a couple times.
Yeah, she won't talk to you. She gets very, very upset. I even have to, like, when I'm walking in a room and I know she hasn't heard me yet, I have to be like, I have to.
I have to tell you, my sister, I am super oblivious. Usually if I'm focused on something, I have like no awareness of my surroundings at all. My sister, when I would leave my room, she used to run into my room. Oh, Yuki, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. My sister, when I used to walk out of my bedroom, she would go run into my room, hide behind the door. She would hide behind the door, and then when I would walk back into my room, she would jump out and go, wah! And every single time, it got me every single time. I was never ready. Never once was I prepared for her to do this. And she did it like constantly. Did I jump like a cat? I did. I jumped like 3 feet in the air. I would like scream too. She was evil for this. She did it every single time. If my sister did that, they wouldn't do it a second time. I would yell at her every time. I used to get so mad where I would like scream at her. I would be like, don't do that. And then she would do it again. And I would be caught unaware all over again. She should have recorded it. She could have been a prank YouTuber back in the day.
Like, let my presence be known. And even then she's like, why would you do that? And I'm like, I'm trying to let you know I'm walking in the room, you nut.
She just did that the other day. I was leaving. I just said bye. She went,
yeah. It's fucking, you could just be doing anything, walking through the house, just walking. Why would you do that? I'm in a building. I'm walking through the house. So I have to like literally like look around and see her. I have to like let her know.
I feel like the older you get, the harder it is to find.
She's like, what is that? Oh, hey. I'm like, okay, I can enter the room now.
Got a double-edged sword though, because the cooing could freak her out.
That's the thing.
It's scary.
There's no correct way to do it. In Nashville, a farmer named John Aarons decided to play a prank on his new wife of several months. The plan was to dress up as a tramp, which was a phrase used to describe a homeless person back in the day.
Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp. I also thought it was I thought it was a whore.
Yeah, tramp stamp.
That's how they mark the homeless. Yeah. We're gonna put this right above your buttocks. Tramp.
If anyone got a tramp stamp, let me know in the comments.
There it is. He got in his disguise, complete with a white mask, and knocked on the door for the big surprise. She answered the door, and John loudly ordered her to make him dinner as a joke. Make me dinner!
What?
His wife was so horrified by what seemed like an aggressive stranger that she fainted and fell to the floor. She died an hour later. And it had filled him with so much grief that he later threatened to take his own life. I like how it's like he threatened it. He's like, I'm going to do it. We're like, no, you're not. And he's like,
I mean, man regrets scaring wife to death. Well, maybe you shouldn't have done it. I mean, like, I don't even think he had to dress up for that. I feel like someone knocks on the door and you open it and they scream at you. Anything they scream at you is going to scare you. It doesn't matter what it is. You open a door to a screaming stranger. I'm slamming the door shut. I'm probably fainting, falling back, and cracking my head open.
Okay, I'll be honest though. That's, you know, she's got a little pigeon heart. Make me dinner! It's just a joke, honey.
It's just a surprise. I don't know. It's like a big shock.
That's her realizing it for a second.
It's a big surprise.
And then just dying. If it wouldn't have been that, it probably would have been something else, right?
I was picturing she got scared, smacked her head, and then she bled out.
Well, that's what I thought, dude. No, it's just she literally got frightened. She was like, oh, I bet slowly.
I feel like I feel like it was more than that though. Like I feel like if she fainted and fell to the ground, she probably did like hit her head, right?
Moved to the ground and then curled up in a ball. His wife was so horrified by what seemed like an aggressive stranger that she fainted and fell to the floor. She died.
What'd you do?
Would have been something else, right?
Are you gonna rewatch it?
She got scared, smacked her head, and then she bled out.
Well, that's what I thought, dude. No, it's just she literally got
No, that is what I think it did.
I bet slowly moved to the ground.
Yeah.
And
Brain
then
trauma.
curled up in a ball. It just seized.
How long do you think he like took
That's true. She could have also had a heart condition. Who knows? It's not like we have a lot of good medical records from the 1800s.
to respond? Because this is the 1800s.
I think if it was the 1800s, I think while she's falling, he's like all the way down to the ground. She's like curled up in a ball, like. He's like, just get up. I'm actually hungry.
Maybe it was that.
You've actually pissed me off now. Get up. Because I would assume if he was just like, make me dinner. She's like, oh. He's like, oh, I'm just joking. Oh, I think that he was at full edit. He's like, he's like dancing and shit.
This is scaring me. I'm getting scared.
It was unrelenting.
This is scaring me right now.
And that's what he doesn't tell other people. She's like, really? Just because you scared her? He's like, yeah. I don't know what happened. That is weird.
Right, I guess that's also true. We don't really have any of her perspective. We only know that he allegedly said this is what he did. Like, we don't know what actually happened.
Do you think after this he pulled another prank in his life, or was he like,
Yeah, right? Like, it could have just been a murder. It's very possible that it was just... He just killed her.
done with pranks?
I think he's like, I'm done with pranks, but I bet you he's the kind of guy he has been tempted. He like walks into a house and it's like no one heard him yet, and he like sees the person washing dishes. He pulls out the mask for a second.
It's just a prank, bro.
This is a 1900s man growing as a person.
Today's video is sponsored by our partners at Factor. It can be tough trying to eat better on a busy schedule. You want to be healthy, but you want to be fast.
We should mute the ad. Do we want to mute the ad? I actually, did you guys ever watch the video of the other guy trying Factor? He ate Factor the factor stuff and it wasn't very good. I'm gonna cut this probably.
Protein plus, or even vegan dishes. And if you enjoy the gourmet side of life, get fancy with ingredients like
Whoa.
salmon and truffle butter. When you choose
Broccolini.
Factor Gourmet Plus meals, with over
I don't really like
30 options to choose
broccolini.
from each week,
Most of the meal stuff isn't. What about the
you like.
factor squares? I saw like a video where someone ate the factor squares once. And I don't think they were very good. They cost like 17 bucks a meal at Target. You might as well just get like a TV dinner. Get like a what's the one kids TV dinner? HelloFresh too. HelloFresh, but you don't actually have to do anything.
Free shipping on your first box. Thank you, Factor, for sponsoring the video. Now back.
Yeah, it was Drew Gooden.
But as you can see, some people are
Anyway.
simply not capable of handling pranks. But not
True.
just because they may pass out from fear. Some react with full-on rage, like this next story. A chair prank that led to a brutal murder. Like chair pranks? I hate when people sit in my seats.
I hate when people pull
Chair
your seat up.
prank?
Oh, I have no, when you sit down and then you.
Oh, we used to. In high school, in the computer lab, we used to have like rolly chairs. So people would do this all the time. There was one kid, we'll call him Kevin, and everyone was like pranking Kevin constantly. And they would like, every single time Kevin tried to sit down, they would pull out the chair from behind Kevin. And every time he would fall for it and he would always fall and hit the ground. And they all thought it was funny. I didn't do it. You know, I wasn't the one doing it, but I always kind of watched and I was like, wow, I'm glad that's not me. And one day Kevin, he like got really angry and he started like yelling at the whole class and he was like, I hate it when you guys do that. And then everyone stopped. He was kind of right for snapping those. Not very nice to do. Justice for Kevin.
Pull your prank, and then I don't know why, but every person's gut, like visceral reaction is just to turn and laugh. And
Yeah,
you're like,
see? Yeah, it's not nice.
Dude, you tried
Not
to
a
sit
nice
your fat
prank.
ass on the ground now, idiot! Like, cool prank. Whatever. Just,
Not a
thinking
cool
of some real
prank.
from my past.
Oh man, you know what though? I used to have a chair that I sat at my computer and it was like a plastic rolly chair, but it was like kind of a bad quality one. And it was basically just like a plastic chair hooked on with like a couple screws onto like a pole and like it had like a rolly bottom. It was super unbalanced. And like I was just sitting at my computer once and there's like a crack. And before I can even react, my chair splits in half and I fall backwards in the seat because the seat got like the screws broke or something. And I just like fall backwards into the floor. That was really scary, actually. That was scary. My chair played a prank on me alone in my room. And it was really scary.
In a Pennsylvania meat processing facility, Danny
A
Vasquez
prank?
thought it would be funny to play a prank on his coworker, Peter Jock Adam. When Adam was sitting down in his chair, Vasquez yanked his chair out from under him. Adam collapsed to the floor, but did not find it amusing. Oh, gotcha. And he just turns around like,
I think chair pranks are like the worst thing you can do to someone, honestly. They're really not fun and they just hurt. Like it hurts really bad.
it's just a prank, man. Who's laughing? No one else is here laughing.
I'm not
Adam
laughing.
reacted by simply saying, I'm going to get you for that. And walking away. I'll tell you right now, that's when I'd be like, I'll try to sit down and then you pull it from, we'll be even. Yank my chair. But the next day,
That's super ominous.
Adam confronted Vasquez and began wrestling him to the ground and choking
What?
him. Workers had
What?
heard screaming, and when they approached the source of the noise, they saw Adam stabbing Vasquez multiple times. After desperately trying to crawl away, he passed out, and he later died in the hospital. Adam was hiding out in a shed when police found him. I love that.
That's a prank. The prank is I stab you.
Adam probably sit on a chair in there. Try pulling my chair from me. Adam was hiding in a shed when the police found him, covered in self-inflicted stab wounds. He was rushed to a hospital
What?
for surgery, and police officers reported seeing a knife and a handwritten note near the shed that read, "See you in hell. Life for life." This is a creepypasta premise, okay? That's
What?
That you know what that just solidified.
Is that real? Because that feels like something they would just make up. But I guess it's real because they're not saying it was a joke. Oh my gosh. Oh.
In every creepypasta story I read where it's like some guy just being like, yeah, I'm a little crazy, but it's just because the voices in my head talk to me. That kind of thing. Some motherfucker just over a prank. Let me ask you this, Nick. Was his reaction justified?
Was everybody around him pointing and laughing?
Exactly. Are we getting history here? Because see, at this point, it makes it seem like it's not a big deal. But if you have 10 people.
Did everybody point and laugh at you? Does that make it less crazy to do?
People in a room pointing and laughing, that could mentally break a man. He's already having a bad day. He woke up, coffee spilled on his shirt, goes in. People are like, oh, diarrhea chest. He's like, it's coffee. And all of a sudden now the guy, and it's like, that's just the straw that broke the camel's back, baby. I also like how I'll get you back. He's just being like, tomorrow.
If you spill coffee down your shirt, do you just like go to work with the coffee poured down your shirt? You got to go home and change your shirt, right? Like, even if you're late, I feel like you can't show up with like a super stained shirt for work. You know, like, like you can't show up with like a coffee stained shirt, even just like because people are going to make fun of you.
Tomorrow, I'm going to wrestle you to the ground.
Right, yeah. How many people have to point and laugh at you before murdering someone is valid? And they're laughing. They got a deadly prank, and you're laughing.
And stab you to death. It's not even like another prank. At first, I thought it was like, oh, his counter prank is going to be the thing. He puts like a Chinese finger trap on him, and the guy like is freaking out and like falls into a vat of acid or something. I don't know where they were. Yeah,
A vat of acid.
Plant. But you know, not every prank is serious enough that it should lead to straight up physical violence. This next prank, however, was not quite as harmless. Let's talk about the compressed air prank.
Actually, I've read that. Yeah, you could die by blowing compressed air on your skin.
Really?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that. Can't you die from like compressed air? Stabbing is extreme for a chair pull. Yeah, but like depending on how many people pointed and laughed when you hit the ground, you know? Yeah, you can die from compressed air. I think it's if you inhale it, though.
I saw a video where it's like, cool hair hack, and it's a guy who like makes like a coif with his hair, and all the comments are like, do not do that.
Dude, you could have died. The guy's like, huh? It's like Anton's in the deal. Don't put that coin away. That's your lucky coin. It's like the Grim Reaper was here. You could have died. At a plywood factory in India, a 40-year-old man named Ravender had previously been subject to ridicule from his coworkers due to him wearing tattered clothing.
Calling him poor.
All the homies in the plywood factory just being like, you know, hey, affliction called. They want their shirt back. And it's like, oh, it's buck.
Everyone in the plywood factory calling you poor. Oh, it's so mean.
Oh, I thought it was cool. One of the people bullying him was Anjan Mishra, who only got the job because Ravender recommended him in the first place.
What?
That's a little backstabby, okay? I hope Anjan dies, dude. Regardless, he decided to play a prank that involved sticking an air compressor into Ravender's butt as he bent down to pick up a block of wood. This is the worst LinkedIn.
It's just a prank, bro, when the aliens probe you. The aliens kidnap you and you're on your table and you've got your butt up and they're like, yeah, haha, just a prank, bro. And then they shove the probe in you. No, not cool. Not cool.
Recommendation. You could never give a guy. He's like, no, Anjan is really cool. A hard worker. Thanks, Ravender. This air jet is extremely powerful, used mainly for slicing through large blocks of wood.
What?
Good God! When he stuck it inside Ravender, there was a brief laughter until he suddenly fell to the floor face first. The force of the air ripped his insides to shreds, leading to severe organ damage and hemorrhaging, and he died trying to receive treatment. Mishra was arrested after the authorities reviewed CCTV footage of the incident. That is crazy. Also, my God!
That is a horrible way to die. that is a horrible way to die. What the heck? No way. Just thinking about that is like, he got his butt blown out. No way, dude.
God, the air thing looks like a gas pump. Ravender's bum is loose. It's easy to stick inside Ravender's bum. Like, what the f are you on, Misra? That is crazy.
Crazy to even think of that in the first place. Insane behavior. Actually insane behavior. Do not play with machinery around buttholes. Okay? Word of advice.
Easy.
Do you think he stuck it all the way up to the bent part?
No way. No way. It's not
Thanks
fitting.
for
How
the
do you
job,
gotta get
Rabbit.
like you gotta get the force to go in there. Kind of like, did they like spread his cheeks like? How are they even getting it in there in the first place? No way. They were pre-spread. I can't breathe. No way, man. No way, man. They're not lubing it up. No way.
Thanks for the job recommended Upwork. Are we saying that my boy Ravender laughed? Or are we saying
what
that
it
the
sounds
group?
like.
I think the group laughed and then he just fell down. There's no way an
There's no way he
unsuspected
laughed.
anal
There's no-
plunging leaves you even like inside and you're just like, no way. I think if anything it was, he just fell down. Are you under the impression that Ravender laughed?
I like to believe Ravender had a bit of joy before his untimely demise. Oh, you are so funny, Mishra.
No
He's a fucking bully
way.
who's like also like, hey, I heard your factory's hiring. He's like, not really. You gonna get me in? Your piece of
Right, you die to a prank like this and then you... Well...
clothing. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Whatever. This is the kind of thing where I wish my boy On.
Like, they waited for him to bend over, yeah, but like his cheeks are not like... If you bend over, is your... You know what? I don't want to know the state of your holes. So nobody answer.
John here gets a funnel up his ass every day and they pull a Tutankhamun on him and scramble his brains with it. This isn't the first case of workplace bullying that led to a brutal death. Gareth McFadden, a 24-year-old sales trader, had attended a staff Christmas party. The party was Hawaiian themed. Hey.
Oh. Wow.
Was a thing to say.
That's fun.
So Gareth arrived with a fancy outfit, including a large synthetic grass skirt. The guy was stoked on the Hawaiian theme. Can you blame him? Who doesn't like wearing some Hawaiian
That's
button-ups,
fun.
a little glass skirt, drinking some Mai Tais? Matthew
Yeah.
Schofield, one of his coworkers, decided to play a cruel prank while he was in the bathroom. He reached under the bathroom stall using a lighter to light the
No.
synthetic grass skirt
What?
on fire. That's a fun prank. Schofield was proud enough of his actions that he even announced what he had done when he returned to the party goers. Perhaps he thought that Gareth would quickly brush it off and that it would be the end of it. But in reality,
What?
this
That's
resulted
so
in a horrific string of
mean.
events. Garrett's costume was fully lit ablaze. He was screaming until he exited the bathroom, where his head was described as glowing like a cigarette. My boy Joe Camel coming back. Calm down, Gareth. You're ruining the vibe. He had to be rushed to the hospital, and it was discovered that 90% of his body was covered in serious burns, and Gareth died in the hospital 3
Don't prank with fire. What? What?
days later. I bet you anything Gareth recommended that dude too. I feel like this is the unfortunate core reality of these things. I bet you it was another recommend. Angela Offwood, another coworker, was also seriously injured when the fire had spread to her costume as well. And according to her husband, she had to undergo 6 plastic surgeries on top of getting 800 staples in order to secure skin grafts. For this prank,
That's crazy. I mean, synthetic stuff gets that lights up fast. You don't want to put fire anywhere near synthetic stuff. This is what happens when you do nepotism. You should never, ever, ever recommend anybody to ever be hired. You should never recommend anyone ever to be hired at your job ever, because they will either set you on fire or shove a plunger up your butt.
Schofield was found guilty of manslaughter and was jailed for 2 years for the death of Gareth and an additional 9 months for the injured Offwood, on top of being forced to pay $37,000 to both of the victims' families.
That seems like a light sentence.
All cotton.
That's a light sentence.
Why are we so dry? When you're a rebellious kid, it's easy to get caught up in a few pranks. Maybe you toilet paper someone's house or burrito someone's backpack.
What?
What the fuck does that mean? I've never heard of burritoing a backpack. Well, for
when you turn someone's backpack inside out, that's a horrible prank. That's so mean.
some children, this leads to serious repercussions, like the egging prank that ended in a fatal car crash. In Houston, a 14-year-old boy and his two friends are
I can
throwing
see
eggs
this
at
one.
passing cars. These are what we like to call little pieces of shit. Okay, toilet paper, harmless fun, I'll say it. Getting TP'd, it's an annoying yes. The rain will wash away the sins. That's what happens, right? Kids who egg, those are kids who...
Have you guys ever TP'd a house? Like when you were younger, did you ever try to TP a house? Because I did. Well, I didn't. I tried. Me and my group of friends when we were younger, we did try to TP a house. However, we could not throw the toilet paper high enough to get it to like stick anywhere. We tried to TP a house and we failed. We failed. We failed to TP a house. To be fair, I think it was one of the kids that I was with. It was like their house. But we were too young and we couldn't. We were too young and we were too short to throw the toilet paper over the house. Very sad. I've only experienced the cleanup. You've gotten TP'd. That's so sad.
Parents don't love them.
What about rocks?
Same.
Oh, we did successfully egg a house, though. I will say we did successfully egg a house, which is not very good. And I didn't throw the egg. To my credit, okay, I was not the one who threw the egg. I was just there, and I was probably like, guys, we shouldn't do this, guys, we need to not do this. I was the narc. I was the narc of my friend group where I would accompany them and I would be like, no, we can't be doing this. Guys, we can't do this. We're going to get in so much trouble.
Same thing, Nick. Rock's okay. There's no yolk in a rock. One of the
Rocks
drivers
are not
who was
okay.
pelted by them rolled down his window and flashed a semi-automatic handgun at them in response. You know what? He's throwing eggs.
Whoa.
He flashes a piece. That's only fair. The children got scared, jumping into a GMC Arcadia and speeding down the street as he chased them down the road. Okay, just want to
He
reiterate. They're
chased them
14.
down?
And yet they have access to a GMC Arcadia. Okay. Scared of being caught, the 14-year-old ignored the traffic signals and moved at high speeds until eventually slamming into the back of a pickup truck. The crash was so intense that the 45-year-old woman driving the vehicle had died before paramedics could arrive. The young man at the wheel was later arrested on murder charges. I mean, can you imagine that? High speed GMC Arcadia slams in the back of you at like even, I don't know, 50 miles, 60 miles an hour, and you
Horrible.
didn't expect it. Oh, dude, you'd be fine. This isn't the first time that prank had led to the death
Obviously.
of kids this young. In a similar story, 3 teenagers died after ding-dong ditching. I swear to God, one day that positive video is going to come.
Have you guys ever ding dong ditched? Because I've also ding dong ditched. I had a lot of my neighborhood friends when I was younger. We were all kind of troublemakers. It's narc with a K. Narc with a K. We used to ding dong ditch. We would ring the doorbell. We would run and we would hide. A lot of my neighbors were rednecks with guns. Well, I think that's what we're about to watch.
And dude, I'm telling you, ding-dong ditching pisses people off. I ding-dong ditched this
yeah,
one guy
yeah, it does.
one time, and he like literally chased me and my friends back. I mean, I'm like an obese kid, so it's not like he was, you know, this guy's an athlete. People get pissed.
Was he stalking you slowly?
No, I was ding-dong ditch, boom, and he like immediately opened the door, and I was like... I made eye contact and I started running. And he's like, get back here! Which at that point, too, it was kind of weird to just be like, would you have just had this reaction if I was just like, hello, nice to meet you? I think it was because I was like, oh, and I ran off. I'm like, that seems like an odd reaction to be like, you son of a bitch! Which maybe I'm forgetting that maybe we were doing it a lot. I can't.
We got yelled at a lot. I do remember getting yelled at a ton when we would ding dong ditch. People would get super angry. And they kind of knew us because it wasn't like the biggest neighborhood. And we were just going like a couple doors down. So they would like yell specific kids' names. Oh, we would get in so much trouble.
Can't remember. I don't know. There's probably a part I'm leaving out where it's
But listen, I was always the one who was like, we can't be doing this. 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 No, I never did it. I never did it. Never, ever, ever. I was always like, no. I was the goody two shoes. I was like, no, we're going to get in so much trouble. And nobody ever listened to me.
It's like, oh yeah, we did that 9 times at 2 a.m. on a Monday. In Riverside, California, a group of 6 teenagers were
Never
hanging
at
out
2
and
a.m.
being rebellious. One boy was dared to choose between ding-dong ditching someone's house or jumping in someone's pool at night.
Oh.
And by God, the boy decided to ding-dong ditch. He approached the house with a 45-year-old man named Chandra, rang the doorbell, and exposed his butt to him as he opened the door. Okay, well, see, that he's adding that's a little cherry on top. That'll send you over the edge, dude. Way to light the wick. The kids ran off, leaving Chandra infuriated. Instead of leaving the kids alone, who were just having a bit of mean-spirited fun, he decided to get in his car and chase after them. It was noted in his later testimony that he had consumed 12 beers before the incident took place.
12?
Oh, dude, I am in this man's shoes 100%. 12 beers in, you know he's like listening to some like music, you know, he's in the groove and he's like, what the f is this? He sped down the road going 99 miles an hour in order to catch up to them.
Jesus.
And when he did, he rear-ended them. And the driver ended up losing control and swerving off the road, slamming into a tree as Chandra drove off. The crash ended up taking the lives of the 3 16-year-old teenagers in the car. My God. During the trial, Chandra claimed that the prank had made him fearful for the safety of his family, which emboldened him to go after them. All evidence, however, pointed to this prank being fairly harmless. Chandra had already faced criminal charges relating to alleged domestic abuse and now faces life in prison without parole. I love the idea of being like, they scared me and my family. I was afraid that we were gonna die. So you chased, they were leaving and you
They scared me and my family, the family that I beat with my fists.
chased after them. I had to snuff out the source. I was kind of on the side with the 12 beers thing. Now I'm kind of like, you're not as pog as I thought, dude.
Yeah, he sounds like a monster.
No
This guy does sound
way.
like he's a bit of a monster, if I'm being honest. As you can imagine, the birth of YouTube.
Like 16-year-olds are jerks, but they are kids, you know, like they're just kids. I was evil when I was a kid. You know, you grow out of it. I'm a lot less evil now.
YouTube pranksters has caused a whole slew of injuries and deaths to occur. Like the YouTube robbery prank gone wrong. 20-year-old Timothy Wilkes, a YouTube prankster, was trying to make a prank video with his friend. The idea involved scaring random strangers by simulating a robbery. The two of them waited outside of a family trampoline park until they found their victims. They approached the group wielding large butcher knives. What they didn't expect was one of the strangers, David Starnes Jr., was armed, and he immediately acted in self-defense by shooting Wilkes. That's gonna happen.
Like,
He died on the scene. An investigation.
No way. That's just stupid. What kind of prank is it to be like, oh man, we're gonna pretend to rob someone. We're gonna pretend to rob this guy. That'll be super fun. It's not like people carry guns for exactly this situation.
Began, it seemed that Starnes has not been charged for the shooting. I mean, why would you be? If a person's coming up to you with a knife, you don't know it's a prank.
It's
Well, that's the fucked thing about YouTube
self-defense.
pranksters is that they like give people the idea that like if you do this, nothing bad's gonna happen. You know, we might get punched. It's like, no, dude, people are gonna like kill you.
What happened to that one in the mall? Some guy was like harassing people at a food court, and a guy just pulled out a gun and shot him.
That was kind of recent, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a couple years ago.
In one of the more unique instances of pranks gone wrong, we have the man who died pretending to be Bigfoot. That's a way to go, dude.
What?
A 44-year-old man from Montana named Randy Lee Tenley. Yeah, Randy Lee Tenley had the goal of impersonating Bigfoot to convince people he was real. Montana Highway Patrol told reporters that, quote, he had the ghillie suit and was going to attempt to get the attention of passing motorists, and though I don't know what it means, make them feel like they saw Bigfoot or Sasquatch. In his disguise, he walked onto the highway, and after a very short while, a 15-year-old girl had hit Randy with her car. He collapsed to the ground, and another ran him over, killing him. God, add insult to injury immediately. Good Lord. After interviewing
A lot of these seem to involve kids, well, teens driving. I feel like maybe perhaps teens should not be driving.
the man's friends, it seemed possible that Randy was intoxicated when he made this decision. Yeah, dude, if a guy is like, I'm gonna be Bigfoot, he's probably drunk walking around the forest. In the end, no calls were made to the authorities in the area relating to any Bigfoot sightings.
Wow.
The prank didn't even work.
It didn't even work.
She like swerved into him on purpose.
No. I bet if anything, it was somebody texting or something stupid where he's like, and then
Right. Why is a 15-year-old driving? Why is a 15-year-old driving in the first place?
boom, roll bullets over. He's like, ah, and then boom again. Just something like back to back like that, you know? Now let's talk about a man who found himself in a deadly situation playing golf. More specifically, at Top Golf. Top Golf is an entertainment center that features high-tech golfing experience. People can play with a big group of friends while they enjoy foods and drinks. It's cringe. It's cringe time. I've done it before. I'll probably do it again. Just let you know, cringe. What can I say? For one man, this delightful center became an early grave. In the UK, Connor Groom and his best friend were at Top Golf during a Christmas party. The two of them had been drinking heavily. I just want to put a thing out there right now. If anybody's going to any Christmas parties this year, ease up on the pranks, all right? Too many of these have been Christmas-related pranks. Jesus Christ. At one point, Connor's friend drunkenly decided it'd be a funny prank to push him off the side of the course, and the two of them began jokingly trying to shove each other off. They probably thought that too, because on the top of the Top Golf thing, there's usually a net. So I'm going to push them off into the net.
Usually.
Ooh, so weird. After a while, they were asked by staff to quit messing around, but they kept at it. That is, until Connor ended up falling down. He hit the safety net, but rolled off of it and slammed his body onto the driving range 12 feet below. He suffered a traumatic cervical spinal cord injury as well as a brain injury. He was rushed to the hospital where he stayed for the following month until he eventually succumbed to his injuries. It was deemed a death by misadventure. The UK Coroner's Guide defines this as a death from, quote, some deliberate human act which unexpectedly and unintentionally goes wrong.
No way. That's just stupid though. Sorry, my prank is I'm gonna shove you into this like barely stable net 12 feet above a concrete surface. It's stupid. Again, it's just stupid, but you know, they were drunk, so you're not exactly in your best faculties while you're drunk. I don't think you can call misadventure on a drunk roughhousing. It was kind of just drunk roughhousing.
Sounds like attempted
drunk
murder
roughhousing.
in my book.
I think if a couple boys are palling around, they're both drunk, and the guy was doing it too. Guess what? You do a little Mario banana split.
He went out of bounds.
You fall off. It's nobody's fault but your own, dude. You know what I mean? Pranks, no matter how fun they may be, can go wrong very quickly. It only takes one small.
I remember the plastic wrap prank. That was horrible. Watching videos of the plastic wrap prank, any prank involving plastic wrap is not cool in my book.
Misstep to land in serious danger, friends. So if you're gonna pull pranks, don't be stupid. Don't throw eggs at strangers because for all you know, they're strapped to the gills and 12 beers deep. You don't know what
Should
they
always
might do.
assume
keep
that.
it light and keep it safe because you don't want to be known as the guy who died doing something
No plastic wrap on the toilet. The worst prank you can do.
stupid. Thank you guys so much for watching the video today. Just don't prank anybody. Or if you're gonna prank somebody, fart in someone's face while they're sleeping and give them a guy. My buddy did it to one of our friends. We were really fucked up.
What's the worst prank you've ever done?
I think if I'm being honest, probably poo dollar. I did it outside my friend's house. It was supposed to be his friend, but his dad picked it up instead, and I couldn't go back to his house anymore. I'm pretty sure I even yelled. I was like, Jim, no! He picked it up. I think the poo dollar's okay if you know the person.
No!
Not really. I think it's stupid. Don't do it. That's disgusting.
Poo dollar's never okay.
Don't be stupid. No pranks.
Never, ever, ever. Well, with that, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to prank safely or don't prank at all. Put googly eyes on stuff in your fridge. Don't be stupid.